WBEV, powered by Daily Dodge.
Good morning and welcome into Hometown today on 95.3 WBEV, powered by Daily Dodge. Wally Lukashenski back in the Daily Dodge studio with the man, Cale Zomer himself, up in the WBEV studio making us sound good. Hometown today is presented by Professional Floor Covering and McKinstry's Home Furnishings in downtown Beaver Dam. In Professional Floor Coverings, Randy and his team are here to help you design the perfect space. Over 1,000 samples of carpet, LVP, hardwood, tile, area rugs, and window finishings. It's so much more than floors, though. They have a wide selection of kitchen and bathroom countertops, cabinets, tile, shower inserts, and more. But let's talk a little bit about those floors today, because they have so many types, styles, and brands of flooring. They have that carpet, that hardwood, that laminate LVP, tile, stone, and area rugs. Randy and his team will come out to measure, provide suggestions on type of flooring at the price points that meet your budget. Professional Floor Covering and Abbey Design Center, you can find them at 713 Park Ave in Beaver Dam or online at proflr.com. It is summertime and we are in the state of Wisconsin. You know what that means. We got tractor pulls. And today we are very excited to be joined by Campbellsport FFA advisors, Shauna Hankey and Jenna Switzer. First of all, thank you so much for joining me. This is going to be a fun couple weeks for you guys here.
We are very busy over the next couple of weeks. Most teachers are starting off their summers. They're laying out in the sun, enjoying some freedom. But we are going hot and heavy, ready to roll. And we've got tractor pulls and state convention and a couple other things coming up right away.
I'd love to start with, first of all, when did you become involved with Campbellsport FFA and what drew you in to begin with?
I'll start. I've been with Campbellsport FFA for now starting 8 years. And so I graduated back in 2018, and I was looking for a program that had a strong agricultural backing, allowed me to have animals in the classroom with a big greenhouse, and had a really supportive community. And so that's what drew me to Campbellsport, and I've been there ever since.
And how about you, Jenna?
Following up with that, I graduated college in 2023, so a couple years after Shauna, and didn't really quite know where I was going to be going. Campbellsport was one of a couple school districts that I applied for, and when I interviewed, there was just kind of something about the interview that drew me in. The people seemed kind, they seemed welcoming. They invited me back for a second interview. I got the chance to be able to be in a classroom for a little bit, and then I got a tour. And what really drew me in, if I'm being completely honest, was the classroom that I taught during that second interview, and then the tour, seeing a giant greenhouse. I'm a huge plants person,
Sure.
and so it's always been my dream to kind of have that a part of the program. And so the greenhouse kind of solidified it, and since I've been there for the past 2 years now, I realized that I really hit a gold mine with a supportive community, supportive admin, and supportive coworkers that just kind of lift you up. So it's been the best of both worlds.
Well, and I imagine this upcoming weekend's a great opportunity to see that community and that support too, because we have the tractor pull, which is an establishment. I was learning a little before the show. It's been around nearly 20 years now. And this weekend, it's Saturday. Where's it going to be at, and when's it going to be at?
So this Saturday, June 7th, we will be up at the Fond du Lac County Fairgrounds and using the track that is there. And so, well-established event that's been around, and it was a little idea that one of our alumni members had way back when we were still in high school and middle school, and jumped in, and it's really grown to a big, big event.
Yeah, I imagine almost 20 years. You've seen, even if you haven't been there for all 20 years, you've seen the growth. You've seen the things that might work, things that don't work. How has this changed over the year? For you, you've been there. This is your 8th tractor pull.
Yeah. What's
it look like now compared to what it's looked like at the beginning of your time?
So when I first started was the first time that we moved out of Eden, Wisconsin, and we had a smaller track, a smaller area. You usually parked in a field somewhere, and we had just moved it to Fond du Lac Fairgrounds, and so it really changed because now we have an actual parking lot. We have a big space. We have a lot bigger space of where we can put tractors and things like that. We are running 2 tracks at a time, and so as the tractors continue to come and more people find out about it, they come, and we have more hitches every year. We also saw a huge draw of people coming because we do have the space in the stands because we use the grandstand. And so we have all this space. And so the first year we were there, half the stands were full, and we were like, all right, that was a pretty good year. And now last year, with the stands were always completely full, and we were really excited to see that many people interested in coming to see our tractor pull.
So when can people, when they want to go out and learn more about this and they want to figure out the times, the food, all the good things with this, where can they go out and learn more about this event?
So we currently have a Facebook event out on the Campbellsport FFA Facebook page. It has the sponsorship poster. It has all of the timings. It has all of the classes and the tractors and trucks that are signed up to be pulling. That is the base that people can go to for that information. There's also, I believe, a couple of posters around the Campbellsport area. Fond du Lac County, I believe they even came down into Dodge County with those posters. And so every so often you might just kind of see a 18th annual tractor pull from the Campbellsport FFA alumni. So all of that information, like I said, you can either head to the Campbellsport FFA Facebook page or find a poster around various local communities.
Well, Shauna and Jenna, we have a lot still to talk about. This is going to be a big event coming up just this weekend. We're going to take a quick break now. Before we come back, learn more a little bit about this tractor pull. And we also have another big event for the FFA coming up next Saturday that we're going to have to highlight and talk a little bit about the kids of this FFA group. That'll be next on Hometown Today here on 95.3 WBEV, powered by Daily Dodge.
Town Station, 95.3 WBEV, powered by Daily Dodge.
And welcome back to Hometown Today on 95.3 WBEV, powered by Daily Dodge. Hometown Today is presented by McKinstry's Home Furnishings in downtown Beaver Dam and Professional Floor Covering. I got to tell you guys real quick about a cool event we have coming up tomorrow. I had to think about the date for a second. Tomorrow, June 5th, at Dent Clinic from 11 till 1, we have a brat fry. If you know where the station is, you know where the Dent Clinic is. It is literally across the street here. It's going to be very hard to miss. They're giving away a Traeger grill. So you have an opportunity to go out there, win a Traeger grill, get a $2 brat with a drink, mind you. And don't forget the $95,000 sizzling sweepstakes we still have going on, have yet to have the winner. You stop in, you give your 6-digit code, and try to win $95,000. No purchase necessary for that. They're located at the intersection right here, North Spring Street in Bill McCollum Way. Dent Clinic is new to Beaver Dam, but has been in Wisconsin since 1993, so they are still very much local, and now even more so. They offer free inspections, insurance-approved jobs, and lifetime warranty with every job. Make sure you're out there 11 till 1 tomorrow. Very quick. Anytime you get a $2 bra, you got me pretty intrigued right away.
Absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
That's
Absolutely.
easy enough. And those voices you just heard are coming from Campbellsport FFA advisors, Shauna Hankey and Jenna Switzer. And again, we have a fun event coming up this weekend. Different one here. Sorry, I got different sheet for you. But this upcoming Saturday in Fond du Lac, we have the 18th annual tractor pull for Campbellsport FFA. What can people expect showing up to this event?
So coming to this event, first of all, admission's free. We want you to
that's
get in
big
there
time.
Yep.
and come see this tractor pull. We'll have concessions available, and we'll have anything from nachos to cheesy fries to a freshly cooked brat or hot dog or burger available. We have amazing grill guys. They have some secret seasoning that I don't even get to know what's in it, that they put on all of the meats that they're making. And so it's going to be a delicious option. Then you enter the stands and you get to see our tractor pull. So we'll have 2 eliminators, which are the big sleds, running
What's an
at a time.
eliminator? So you big sled.
So that's the thing that the tractors pull. And so it gets weight added to it over the course of the day or evening in our case. And so those 2 things will be running almost simultaneously, opposite. So when one's going, the other one's getting set up. And then when that one's done, it'll reverse and the next one will go. And so you'll almost have action the entire time.
So this is new to me. I'm from Pittsburgh. This is only going to be I got here in the middle of summer last year. So this is the first real summer I get. Tractor pulls, this is a foreign concept to me. I'm just learning about. So it is simple as you are hauling this massive weight as far as you can, and best score wins.
Basically, whoever pulls the furthest wins. And I personally believe the reason that this started was because of the age-old question, which is better, Case or John Deere?
Ooh.
And so who can pull the furthest? It comes down to who's got the best tractor. And so you see all sorts of tractors, from new tractors to tractors that grandparents used to run. So you might have Oliver's, Alice Chalmers, Massey Ferguson's, or you might see some more traditional things that we see today, which would be New Holland's, Case IH, and John Deere.
My personal favorite, as somebody that also didn't really do the whole tractor pull scene until a couple of years ago, is the special classes. And those are the tractors that are really kind of beefed up and ready to pull. And that's kind of what they're there for. And they're loud and they're exciting, and they normally look pretty cool as well. And then we have a couple of pickup trucks that pull on into, and they try their best.
They
So,
do their best with
yes.
what they got.
There's always a couple of my FFA kids that are like, hey, Miss Hankey, can I borrow your truck keys real quick? And I'm always like, my truck is not for pulling.
We're not doing this.
Like, we're not doing this. I'm not losing my transmission because you decide that you want to pull my truck through this.
So I hear special class. Whenever I hear special, I'm like, okay, this is obviously very different than the others. What differentiates the special class from the other weights and stuff like that along the day here?
So you've got 3 groupings, really. You've got antiques, which is exactly what it sounds like. They're
Older
old.
ones.
Yes.
Older ones, slower, that kind of thing. Then you've got the farm class, which honestly are tractors you could see on the farm. They're not souped up in any way. They're very standard tractors. And then you've got the special class. And these ones have different fuel that run through them. They have fancy engines that are all kinds of souped up, and they go very fast. They usually have to wear helmets and 5-point harnesses with a big roll bar over the top. And they go fast. There's a giant thing of black smoke that comes out when they drive. And those ones, that's usually the ones that for sure, like my nephew who's 9 loses his mind over, but also like my 18-year-old FFA kids lose their mind over because it's just so cool to watch them drive.
Now, is that going to be like the main events, the ones that you guys save till the very end, or what is that just like the heaviest class?
It's just the heaviest class. It's the biggest class.
I guess that makes sense.
Yeah, the order of the pull is decided day of, and so we know that they're all going to be pulling. We just don't quite know yet what order they're going to be in.
Sure, and people that are involved with this, did they have to pre-register, or do they just show up at 2:30 on Saturday and get in line, so to speak?
That's kind of the gamble of running this event is, 1, weather has to be on our side, and 2, whoever shows up at 2:30, between 2:30 and 5:30,
you're in.
Well, then you're in. You weigh in real quick, get in all the classes you need to get into, and we just hope that we have enough tractors to run the event.
Now, it looks good, but in the event right now, knocking on all the wood I can find, that there is rain, what happens with the tractor pull on Saturday?
As somebody who's done this for a handful of years now, we look like a bunch of farmers standing out on the track, looking up at the sky, looking at radars,
good.
trying
Please be
to,
good.
like, should we cancel? Should we not cancel? I mean, there's probably been 2 or 3 years where we've like, I don't know if it's going to rain or not. And there's only been, in my tenure, there's only been once that we had to close early because of it, but we only lost 2 classes. So most of the time, the weather holds out. We pre-treat the track, and we have tractors that run on the track to keep the track dry and well drivable. And so, with any hope, the rain holds out, and we'll be able to have the pull.
Again, it looks good right now. Got to keep knocking on the wood. But assuming that does, I looked at the menu. You mentioned that we got all kinds of good grilled food. I also saw, mac and cheese, I want to say? Or what was it there? I've got it right in front of me. I should probably have it. String cheese, ice cream, French fries, cheese fries, onion rings, nachos. Well, what's your favorite at this event?
Ooh,
I gotta say, my favorite is I trust my grill guys, and they make some of the best brats and hamburgers I've ever had.
I was going to say, the
And
cheeseburgers.
They are
Cheeseburgers.
so good. We don't use American cheese. We use cheddar cheese, so we really bring it up a notch.
Oh, that's next level.
Oh, yeah. And so we have some very awesome donors that make sure that we have cheddar cheese every year. Our grill guys are fantastic, obviously, and we get all of the best meat from our local meat markets.
So again, that is going to be this Saturday, 6 o'clock. If you're involved or you want to get there early, there will be beverage tents and stuff like that at 2:30 onwards.
For the most part, yeah. Well, if you're there and you need something to drink, let us know.
Perfect. And you can check that out on the Facebook page. We'll be talking about that again here very shortly. But I want to shift gears just briefly here because next Saturday, you have another big event with the Campbellsport FFA. Can you tell me a little bit about that?
It's actually starting Monday. So we will take...
It's a full week?
It's a full week.
Monday through Thursday.
Monday through Thursday, and we'll sleep on Sunday.
Yeah, I was going to say, do you breathe even for like a minute on Sunday?
About a minute. We quick throw some laundry in, take a nap, and then jump in on Monday.
Wow.
And so we'll have 4 days down at the state FFA convention down in Madison.
And that's like, for sports people like myself, this is like your state championship.
Correct. This is where all the marbles go. So if you are a finalist in any contest, any award areas, this is where we find out, are you the top dog or are you maybe not the top dog?
Well, and the way we were talking a little bit during the break, you have quite a few people that have the potential to be top dog.
Yeah, we are headed out with, I believe, 11 total kids. And out of those 11 students, we have 6 proficiency state finalists,
Wow.
which means that they did really well in their supervised agriculture experience. We'll have a student who qualified for 2 stars over Wisconsin. And so she will be recognized as one of the best people, if not the best, in that category in Wisconsin. We have a candidate running for the state FFA officer position for Section 10, so she would be one of 10 people, if chosen, to represent Wisconsin FFA through the 25-26 school year. We'll have 2 delegates, which are students that step up to be a part of, like, essentially legislation committees at the state FFA level, and then we also have 1 returning state FFA choir member who applied and had to be chosen to participate in the state choir as well that week. So we have a lot going on.
Unbelievable. I was going to say, you guys are loaded over there at Campbellsport, like a wagon, so to speak. Well, so, all right, so we have 6 people that are going to be possibly for the state proficiency. Is that what you call
Yes.
it?
Yep.
And then we have 2 stars.
Yep.
And then we have the state representative for the FFA as well.
Correct.
Yes.
That's unbelievable. You guys have to be very proud of being able to see the kids show out like this. Obviously, it makes the city, it makes the group FFA look so good. Can you talk about the hard work that goes into it that these kids have had to do to get in this position?
Yeah, this is definitely not just a given that any kid is going to have. It's definitely something that comes around a couple times in our careers. And so you really start with these kids when they're 7th graders or maybe 6th graders now, and you start working with them to start working on those public speaking skills. They start working on their experiences outside of the classroom, whether it's showing livestock, working in the food industry, anything related to agriculture. You start developing that. And then you start growing them in the classroom as well. And so these kids really have put in hours upon hours into the FFA program, and they have done some amazing things for our program locally, and now they're getting the recognition statewide.
I have to imagine with this group, is this like a special group? I know every year they're different, but having this many representatives, this has to be, like you said, almost a couple times in a career kind of thing.
Yeah, I'll be honest, I've had all of these kids, like these were the kids that started when I started. Like they were in 7th grade when I started, and now they're growing up. And there's always kids that like you really attach to as a teacher. But these kids, like the amount of time I've spent with them, like it is so amazing to watch them perform and get the recognition they deserve. Like these kids really, really are special to me personally, and they've really created quite the legacy in Campbellsport that's going to last a long time.
And if people want to follow along, because I know a lot of people are going to be fired up for these kids, an opportunity to do something special, will that be something that they can find out through like the Facebook page, or is there a website that they can follow if they are chosen for these special roles?
Yeah, so you can do two things. We will be hopefully trying to do our best at keeping our Campbellsport FFA Facebook page up during the week next week.
You got a busy week, though.
Busy week, though. So we are going to try our best. We normally try to do at least that evening updates of all the awards that we might be receiving. Or WisconsinEggEd.org. We'll be hosting a live stream of all of the sessions where students may be recognized as well. So that'll be going on throughout the week. So if you're somebody that wants to tune in and watch the live state convention, that live stream is up there as well. And if not, like I said, we will be trying our best to keep it updated on our Campbellsport FFA page throughout the week.
Well, good luck to both of you. Good luck to the kids.
Thank
Good luck to Campbellsport FFA in general. I want to leave you guys with the final word. We only have about 30 seconds left. What would you like to push one more time, whether it be the tractor pull this next week, not even just day? What would you like to say for one last word here?
I think my last push is going to be, we hope to see you at our tractor pull. It's a great fundraiser for our kids. All that money stays local, and make sure that our kids are getting what they need, whether it's going to conferences, contests, whatever it is. It really helps them out.
That's fantastic. Well, thank you both so much for joining me
thank you.
today. And again, good luck. Big couple weeks. Cross my fingers for you two.
Thank you.
Absolutely. We're going to step aside now for a quick break. And when we come back, Kayla and I are going to tell you what's going on. But before that, we're going to tell you a little bit about the Clearview Annual Car Show. That is next here on Hometown Today on 95.3 WBEV, powered by Daily Dodge. Thank you very much, Kale. And we are back now. Very excited. I've been having some fun here during the break. We're going to be talking with Amanda Stein with the Clearview Annual Car Show. Amanda, first of all, thank you so much for joining me today, and excited to have you on.
Yeah, thank you so much for having me back.
Of course. And I want to start with the car show here, because this is something that's been around for quite a few years now. Can you tell us just a little bit about what people can expect if they come out and see this?
Yeah, so we had started prior to the COVID days. I hate to, compare everything to COVID, but that's kind of where it is in healthcare, right? We had initially started with the car show, and it was just something really small scale. And now eventually we kind of transformed it into something bigger and better. And every year we always add something new. Just a nice opportunity for the community to get together in Juneau, celebrate some good times and enjoy some vehicles of all sorts and shapes and sizes, some good food, and a bunch of other extracurriculars we got planned.
Yeah, and that's coming up very soon here. And that's only June 6th. It's crazy. We're already in June.
I know.
We're talking,
Time
2
flies.
days from now.
Yeah.
So this is happening on Friday. When and where is this happening?
So it is happening this coming Friday, June 6th. It starts at 4 p.m. to 7 p.m. Cars are more than welcome to come a little bit early. I know everybody gets excited. They show up a bit early, and that's just fine. And we are located in Clearview of Juneau. We are owned by Dodge County, and you can find us at 198 County Road DF. We are near the end of town of Juneau by the airport and the Humane Society.
And you can watch back this interview and you can hear all these details again on Daily Dodge YouTube page. But if people also want to check out, do you have a Facebook page or a site
Absolutely.
where people can find out more?
Yeah. So we have a Facebook page that's called Clearview Health Campus, and that event and all of our other events that we have are always on that page every on a routine basis.
It's very exciting. I'm seeing too, because you mentioned it just a little while ago. People aren't going to just see cars here.
Yep.
You're going to be seeing, you have trucks, you have bikes, tractors, anything with wheels. So this is a very unique kind of car show compared to a lot of others.
Absolutely.
What over time, as this has grown, it's been right around since before COVID. Mm-hmm. What is it different today than when you first started this?
When we started prior, again, it was more of like a small scale. We didn't have all of the other things. We just kind of had asked staff members and resident family members to just bring classic vehicles. And then since then, we've evolved. Now we have food trucks and face painting, free ice cream, root beer floats, raffle baskets, and 50/50. So we've really grown over the last several years to make it something very community focused, really encourage our residents, visitors, volunteers, staff, and the community members to have a great time.
Well, I noticed too, like if you're wondering, like, hey, you know what, I want to give my child the brainworm or my grandkid the brainworm about cars. This is not only the place to do it, because there's going to be the face painting. There's free root beer floats, great food. And I'm seeing there's a lot of other things you guys got going on with this as well.
Yeah, absolutely. So not only do we have the root beer floats, we have Leroy Meats Food Truck of Horicon, free face painting. We also have a band. It's a band based out of the Appleton Oshkosh area. They're called the Delrays Band. They're really fun. They just give you that car hop, car show vibe, and they have costume changes, and they really get the audience involved, and they're great dancers, so we love to have them back as well. 50/50 drawing, and then raffle baskets. And actually this is the first year we are expanding. We are also having a craft fair for all vendors that would like to come. So again, just kind of adding something every year and making it bigger and better, and something for everybody at this car show.
Well, and this is more incentive to get there early too. If there's a craft fair, I know first come, first serve. So opportunity to get in there for that. And you mentioned 50/50. I am if there's 50/50, I'm playing it.
Yep.
And you were excited before we jumped on here. This is going to a really good cause too.
It is. So all funds raised between the 50/50 raffles and the raffle baskets will go towards our Friends of Clearview organization. That's an organization that helps raise funds for meaningful activities for the residents of Clearview, or meaningful items, equipment, things like that. This specific specifically, the money that we raise for this event will go towards a beautiful garden pavilion. We would love an area for our residents to sit outside and just do, visit with family or enjoy the beautiful day. It will be built by the Beaver Dam School District, the shop class there. So it's really a neat community involvement that you're really giving back to give back directly to the residents of Clearview. And then also we're helping the high school kids out too with something fun to build.
Well, and I'm seeing not only you're going to have the opportunity to help that fantastic cause to have a chance to win the 50-50 raffle, but there's raffle baskets too.
Oh, yes.
There has to be raffle baskets too.
Raffle baskets. Right now, we're up to about 20 raffle baskets. We have a bunch of different organizations, volunteers, staff members, resident families. So many people are donating the raffle baskets. We have a nice wide array. So feel free to stop in. You can come in anytime during business hours this week if you'd like a sneak peek, and you can buy tickets ahead of time. Otherwise, if you would like to wait until the car show, you can certainly do that as well. We may get some more raffle baskets last minute. Sometimes people will be like, I'm late. Is it okay if I still donate a raffle basket for the car show? Absolutely.
Yeah, we'll take it. Bring it on in.
Absolutely. So we have quite the wide variety, a little bit of something for everybody. We have, raffle baskets for kids. We have crafting baskets, just those really nice gift cards. We have a couple area organizations that donated gift cards. So really something for everybody. And again, it goes towards a great cause.
Does go to a great cause. Again, everything, all proceeds will go toward a new garden pavilion for residents and families to enjoy. Mm-hmm. And I know this is sometimes a hang up for people. Do I have to be there when this card is drawn, or can I bail a little early if I have to?
Absolutely, you can bail. And not that I want to condone this, but you also don't need to be there at all. You could stop sometime this week if you wanted to take a peek at our raffle baskets. We have a really nice system down where we will have your name and your number, and we will give you a call if you happen to win any of the raffle baskets, or the 50-50 if you're really lucky.
But there's no reason not to be here. I was looking at this menu, and oh my goodness, it's not good. It's 9:30 in the morning, and I am literally stomach rumbling. Can you tell me a little bit about what you guys are offering out there?
Yeah, so we are so lucky and fortunate to have Leroy Meats back for us. They're bringing their food truck. We've had them back. Last year, they were so popular that they sold out of food before the end of the car show. I think they were just down to like bratwurst at the time. So the line gets quite long. They are also going to be there for us. They're doing us a huge favor. We have several people that are like, I can't make the car show, but I'd love to come for the food truck. You're in luck if you're interested. We're going to be having them there from 12 to 1:30 on the same day, June 6th as well.
Go.
Yes. So if you'd like, you could come for lunch and then come back for the car show and then have dinner with Leroy Meats.
You have to, because I'm looking at this right now. I mentioned this to you before we got on, and it's dangerous. And I see a slow smoked barbecue pork sandwich on a brioche bun.
Yes.
Hammer that out at lunch, and then come back and you throw the brat, you throw a burger, you throw a chicken BLT wrap. I mean, does it get any better than that?
There's also their loaded mac and cheese. And for whatever reason, Juno loves the loaded mac and cheese. We've had them come to Clearview just a regular standard day, just to, host the food truck at Clearview. No particular event. They sold out of the loaded mac and cheese. They had to go back to the HorrorCon store to go get more because everybody that came to the food truck wanted the loaded mac and cheese. So highly recommend that as well. It's delicious.
People around here clearly have good taste. Mac and cheese is a side. And I see brioche bun, and I got in trouble here early on. I have to ask, so this is something that you've been a part of for a few years now, or quite a few years.
Yeah. Yep.
Is there a favorite part for you that you look for? You're like, I cannot wait for this.
I think my favorite part is watching all of the residents and the resident families coming out and really getting into the car show. I mean, primarily this all started, and it still is, about our residents and our resident families. Watching them come out and just reminisce and talk about, that's a 1957 Chevy. I used to have that myself. That's really the neat part. Or individuals who may not be able to be as verbal or as ambulatory as they used to, kind of watching them, really get excited about something. That's probably my favorite thing about this whole event.
Absolutely. And you again can go back again and watch this interview on Daily Dodge YouTube page And if people are interested and they want to learn more about this, you have a Facebook page that they can go to. Can you tell us what that is again?
Absolutely. Clearview Health Campus is the name of our Facebook page, and we encourage you to follow anyway just to see what we're doing. We post all of our fun things that we do at Clearview, all of our fun events, and then we create events as well, things that are community driven. We do try to host food trucks on just random days during the summer months, so we create a Facebook event for that as well. So if you're in the Juneau area and you want something different, feel free to keep an eye on our Clearview Facebook page and come get something to eat.
I know we mentioned at the top of this segment here, but this is going to be something you're going to obviously see some old cars, some special cars.
Yeah.
But it's much more than that.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So we encourage not only classic cars, but really anything that you're proud of. We have tractors that have come in the past, and that is just so fun. Being in Dodge County, we have a lot of farmers that live at Clearview. So how neat would it be to bring a bunch of tractors for those residents to also reminisce? Maybe classic cars aren't their thing. Bringing the tractors would be great.
Well, and another thing that I feel like I haven't hit on hard enough yet, it's free to show up to this.
Absolutely. Yep. And no requirements to make a reservation or call to let us know that you're coming. This is the first year that we've been doing that. In the past, we've asked for RSVPs, but over time, we're feeling a lot more confident that people know about this car show. They follow our Facebook page. And then in addition, yes, it is free. So if you're not able to commit right away and then you look at the weather on Friday and you're like, oh yeah, it's a great day to take out the car or the tractor or the truck or the Harley, feel free to bring it. You won't be charged. We'll let you in.
Wow, I love it. And again, thank you for joining me, Amanda Stein, Clearview Annual Car Show coming up this Friday. I want to give you the final word here with about a minute left. What else would you like to talk about, or what do people need to see and need to hear about this event?
I would just love to let people know that there was a lot of hard work and dedication from so many people for this car show. Our life enrichment team, they really work hard to put everything together. Our dietary team, they're assisting with all of anything pertaining to the root beer floats and making sure everything runs smoothly there. We have our face painting, Life's a Party face painter, our band. We have so many volunteers. We have Friends of Clearview, the Lions Club of Juneau. It really is a team and community effort, and we would really like to see everybody come on out and join us. We've had the struggles lately with that severe weather a couple of weeks ago, and I really think this is a great time for everybody to just get together, enjoy themselves, have a wonderful evening. And I'm looking at the forecast. There's no rain. Knock on wood.
I'm knocking on every wood I can. That's 2 events today. We are very looking forward to that shine, but it is rain or shine if it does come.
It is. Last year we had some rain, and surprisingly we lost no vehicles. Everybody that came and brought their vehicles stayed the entire time, even though it was downpouring. So I'd also like to give a special shout out for those car show participants from last year for sticking it out with us all the way until the end. The residents still had a great time, and I'm sure we'll have a great time this year as well.
Well, it sounds like a fantastic time. Way to kick off the weekend. And Amanda, thank you so much for joining me. I had a lot of fun talking with you.
Thank you so much for having me. It's been great.
Of course, we're going to be taking our final break today now before Cale Zomer and I are going to tell you what's going on. That's next here on Hometown Today on 95.3 WBEV, powered by Daily Dodge.
From Professional Floor Covering, you're listening to Hometown Today on the 5,000-watt flamethrower on your hometown station, 95.3 WBEV, powered by Daily Dodge.
And welcome back to Hometown Today on 95.3 WBEV, powered by Daily Dodge. Hometown Today is presented by Professional Floor Covering and also brought to you by McKinstry's Home Furnishings in downtown Beaver Dam. Thank you as always, Kale. What's going on?
Hey, man. Well, I don't want people to think they're just re-listening to yesterday's show, because I asked the same question yesterday of you, and then Mother Nature kind of threw us a curveball, so to speak.
Yeah.
You get where I'm going? We kind of struck out on high school sports yesterday. You see where I'm going with this? So, Wally, I'll ask you like I asked you yesterday, and hopefully I don't jinx it this time, but I think you're headed out to the Diamond later today for a little high school athletics.
I'm very tentatively, I need to emphasize this, we got a lot of rain last night. 2 o'clock as it sits, as long as nothing's changed that I haven't been hearing of, Beaver Dam baseball plays right here in town at 5 o'clock. Beaver Dam goes to Watertown for softball for a sectional semifinal matchup. 2 big playoff games. We are really crossing our fingers to get in, Kale.
Crossing our fingers they get in. We'll see how field conditions hold up by the afternoon, because, yeah, we were, the games were already had already moved up a little bit yesterday, because we looked at they looked at the forecast, said, okay, there's going to be some weather moving through later in the evening, so let's get these done late afternoon. And then Ma Nature kind of was a little unpredictable, swung in here a little after lunchtime and dropped a whole bunch of rain. We had a clearing in the late afternoon yesterday, but by then so much rain had dropped the field just was not ready. So fingers crossed, and of course, stay tuned here to 95.3 WBEV for the latest updates, and you can also check out the sports page on DailyDodge.com.
Well said, Kale, and that's going to do it for us here today on Hometown Today. Have a great day, everybody. We're going to see you back here at the same time, same place tomorrow. Hopefully not talking about getting in the softball and baseball game yet again. But we'll see you tomorrow at 9 a.m. here on 95.3 WBEV, powered by Daily Dodge. Good.